In the last session, we learned what is computer and how it works. In this session, we'll discuss how to set up and start a computer. A computer or computer system mainly consists of a system unit or case and other devices such as monitor, keyboard, mouse, speakers, and microphone. In order to use a computer, we need to connect all the devices to the system unit. Let's see how to connect all these. First, place the monitor on a desk or table. Then, place the system unit near the monitor because we need to connect a few wires between them. It can be under the table on a dry stool or beside the monitor. Be sure of the place where the system unit is to be kept. The place should be well ventilated and has good airflow. This will help to prevent the system unit from overheating. Look at the rear portion of the system unit. It has all various connection slots or ports for connecting various devices. First, connect the monitor to the system unit. This is the video port of the system unit. It is called VGA port. This is the VGA cable of the monitor. The color of the video port and the connectors of the VGA cable is blue to make them easier to identify. Now, connect one end of the VGA cable to the video port on the system unit and the other end to the monitor. Now, we need to connect the keyboard to the system unit. Keyboard has two types of connectors. They are PS2 connector and USB connector. We can connect the keyboard to any of the two ports, depending on its type. A desktop computer keyboard often comes with PS2 connector. Connect the keyboard using its port to the keyboard port in the system unit. After connecting the monitor and the keyboard, we need to connect the mouse. Mouse has three models of connectors. These are PS2, serial, and USB connector. If the mouse has a PS2 connector, connect it to the PS2 mouse port in the system unit. If the mouse has a serial connector, connect it to the serial port in system unit. And if the mouse has a USB connector, connect it to any USB port in system unit. Now, we need to connect the printer to the system unit. Printer has two models of connectors. They are parallel port connector and USB connector. We can connect the printer to any one of the two ports in the system unit, depending on the type of connector in the printer. Now that all the main peripherals like monitor, keyboard, mouse and printer are connected to the system unit, all we have to do is to provide power supply to the system unit and the monitor using two power supply cables that come with the computer. Plug one power supply cable into the power supply plug in the system unit. Plug another power supply cable into the monitor. Now, plug both these power supply cables to the power plugs on a switchboard. Now, the computer system is ready to use. We now know how to assemble all the peripherals together and set up a computer. Now, bring it into its life. Let's start it. To start a computer, first, switch on the power supply for both the system unit and the monitor. Now, press the power button of the system unit. It is usually located on the front side of the system unit. Ensure that the LED of the system unit is turned on. Next, switch on the monitor. To switch it on, press the power button that is located on the front or the bottom side of the monitor. Ensure that the LED of monitor is turned on. Within a few seconds, the display appears on the monitor. Here, you can see the boot screen as soon as the computer starts. Wait until everything is loaded and Windows desktop screen appears as shown here. Now our computer is ready to use. Some common problems might occur when we try to start a computer. Even after it has started, some problems, like keyboard or mouse isn't working, can occur. We need not worry about such problems. We can resolve such problems ourselves. Let us see some common problems and the troubleshooting methods to resolve these. We have switched on the power supply of the system unit and the monitor and pressed the power button on the system unit. Still, the LED of the system unit is not on and the system does not start. In this case, we need to double check if there is any loose connection in cables. It is advised to remove it and plug in again and try repeating the procedure of starting a computer. After starting the computer, if the boot screen doesn't appear on the monitor, check if the monitor is turned on. Check the connection of the monitor or reconnect. The computer has started, but we are not able to use the keyboard and the mouse. To troubleshoot this problem, we need to check that the keyboard or mouse is connected to the correct port. Check the keyboard or mouse connector for bent, broken, or missing pins. Try reconnecting your keyboard or mouse. Restart your computer and see if that fixes it. Let's summarize what we have discussed in this topic. To set up a computer, we need to connect all parts like monitor, keyboard, mouse, and printer to the system unit. To connect a monitor, connect one end of the VGA cable to the video port on the system unit and the other end to the monitor. Connect the keyboard using its port to the keyboard port in the system unit. Provide power supply to the system unit and the monitor using two power supply cables. To start a computer, switch on the power supply for both the system unit and the monitor and press the power button of the system unit.